Good morning everybody, and this is Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com, coming to you for your personal growth, spiritual development. Whether you're watching this in one of my personal mentoring groups, if you're a personal client of mine, a friend, or you're just watching this on Facebook, Vimeo, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you're viewing this, your view of the world will be pretty much the same as everybody else's, irrespective of culture, class, creed, personal circumstances, financial circumstances, education, sex or age. We do the best that we can with what we've got, or that's at least what we should be doing. Possibly one of my favourite sayings, which is do the best that you've got with what you've got right now. And the question is, are you doing that? Currently I'm in Thailand and learning all sorts of Buddhist, anti-cultural belief systems, values. Buddhism is a philosophy, it's not a particularly ritualistic religion. There is dogma, but it makes good sense to me that Buddha said, it's our resistance to what is that gives us our suffering. I'll say that again. It's our resistance to what is that gives us our suffering. What is just is. Our life, our personal circumstances are an accumulation of the things that we've decided for ourselves and other people possibly have decided for us. As a personal coach, I teach people to take control so that their life is guided more by their own decisions and their own actions, rather than being reactive to what other people say and do to you and around you. But nevertheless, we are still vibrating with other people. We live with a reference group, people we know, people that we work with. Because of that, that has an influence on us, our family, our inner circle, our outer circle, our neighbours, our workmates, people in the same town, same area. Metaphysically they vibrate with us and have an effect on us, but just by interactions and actions of other people and things that we see on television, media, television, and also the things that we see in the area where we work and live and go out and socialise, has an effect on us. And most people are talking about suffering at the moment. People are suffering because of Brexit. People are suffering because of financial hardship, austerity, or people are full of doom and gloom. Quite a lot of people enjoy, they're quite happy being unhappy. They enjoy gossiping about all this stuff. They buzz off it. It's not my way of enjoying my day. A lot of the unpleasant, nasty soaps that are on television now, which I used to engage in, I switch off. Don't find that entertainment at all. In fact, it's quite dark, but you make your own mind up. But there's lots of suffering on television, lots of suffering in the news, very little positive news. It's all a bit negative. It's all very negative. Politics is negative, finance and commerce is negative. Things seem to be going down. So while I've been in Thailand, I've been asking some very good questions to people who understand the Buddhist concepts, the belief system, the philosophy which is Buddhism. And it's replicated in a lot of Eastern cultural philosophies and religions, which is that the world that we see it isn't the world as it is. It's an illusion, it's a creation. Doesn't mean it's not real, it just means that it's almost like holographic, and we can, by observation and intention and attention, have an effect on it. And if you want to know how to do that, then I'm the guy, because that's everything that I teach and preach and practice. But just for this short presentation, I want to offer you this, that everything that happens to you happens for a reason. There's cause and effect, and you are the cause. blame other people, you can point the finger, but I was told by my dad that when you point a finger to somebody, there's 3 fingers pointing back. In other words, it might be 25% of somebody else's fault. Pretty much whatever happens to you, it's your reaction to it that creates the reality that you're experiencing now. How you react creates your now. You don't have to react, and Buddhism teaches non-reaction. It's very difficult, that, because I'm in the past quite fiery. I have a quick mind. I wouldn't say I have a temper, but every mood has a temperature. Temperature. That's where the etymology of that comes from. So I used to react in a fight, flight or freeze, and so do you. These are the mechanisms of our physiology and psychology that we've been given to help us deal with stuff. But the Buddhists, and what I'm witnessing with people here, is that they don't react. They are fairly much in neutral all the time. I was talking to a teacher, Buddhist teacher, a few days ago about life and death actually, and relationships, and what people should do when they have sickness and disease and hardship, and they lose the loved ones in their life, either through affairs or breakups or disagreements, disharmony, death. And he wasn't sort of saying celebrate it, but what he was saying is just be with it, because it's a gift. Somebody cheats on you or walks away, or when a job becomes difficult and you can't cope with it, or you get sacked, or you lose something for your own fault or somebody else's, it's a gift. It doesn't feel like that, and certainly this is a new way of looking at it. It's a very interesting concept, that it's actually training you for bigger hardships later on in your life. If you were attached to somebody and they walk away, then it teaches you possibly to live on your own, be independent, be more responsible, to learn some stuff to strengthen, to pull your socks up, if you like. It's a hard way of seeing it, but if you think about it, it makes sense that one day you'll go, or they'll go anyway because of death. And although you wanted more years of fun and love and joy and experience, possibly if that person isn't right for you because they've created arguments, or you've reacted with arguments or displeasure or affair, or a job isn't a match, there's no synergy in you and the workplace and you and the people, you and the boss, whatever, and it's better to move on. It's no good being in a comfort zone that's uncomfortable, because that's a rut, and a rut is like a grave with the ends kicked out. So these things that happen are trainings. You're in an apprenticeship for the whole of your life, and at the end of your life you do lose things. You lose your health, you lose your fitness, your stamina, your vitality. You never lose your mind, but your body might fail you. People might fail you. They very often fail you, and that's another thing. They fail you because of your expectations of them, so you've got to shift your expectations. Somebody lets you down, whose fault's that? Nobody drags you kicking and screaming to work with these people, live with these people, marry these people, be friends with these people. It was your decision. You can make a new decision. And if somebody doesn't come up to your expectations, or a job doesn't meet your needs anymore, or maybe it never did, it was possibly because you had a false view of it. You saw it in a way that wasn't true. Expectations are often misleading. It's not seeing things as they really are. So when you see something as it really is, the job isn't all that good, the boss isn't all that fair or kind, the person isn't what you expected. It was your expectation. It all started with you. You put a false label on that job, that person, that situation, that activity, and you can update your files. And it can teach you quite often not to put those labels or have those expectations, to deal with the now. Every moment things change, you change, jobs change, people change. People have their agenda, you have yours. Hopefully there's a marriage there, not necessarily a marriage with the ring on the finger, but there's a synergy there, there's a cooperation, a partnership. Sometimes there isn't, and if it isn't, it isn't. It's our resistance to what is, and what is that person walked away, that job doesn't fit, this place isn't right, you're not happy in this neighbourhood, that house isn't right, the money that you're spending doesn't match the money that's coming in, so you have to change. Sometimes you can't have these things, can't do these things, can't be that way, and that just is. And it's our resistance to that, our inability to accept that maturely, and to do what's character building and learn to move on with the learning, instead of having regret and complain and moan and tell everybody that it's not fair, which lowers your vibration, lowers your mood, hampers your health, reduces your energy levels, takes up far too much headspace. So obviously we're going to have emotions. It can't always be neutral when we have loss and lack and suffering. But my dad taught me something which is really valuable, which is, it's an expression which you'll hear quite a lot, which is, I suppose one day I'll look back and laugh at this. All this stuff that you thought would kill you hasn't killed you, you're still here, so well done. So instead of waiting for one day to look back and laugh at it, my dad used to say, laugh now, and then laugh again one day. So laugh twice. I think that's really neat. So a combination of Buddhist teachers and family teachers and people that I respect and people that I've read and studied have given me the motivation to present this now, and you all have your stories, your learnings, and every day the world is a playground, but it's also a classroom. So play and learn again, grow, expand your mind, develop, because in my belief system and the Buddhist belief system, you have many incarnations to refine your learning. Come back, come back, come back, come back until you reach nirvana, until the embryonic Buddha within you comes out and you have the wisdom of the Buddha. You become the Buddha. So what are you learning? What's happening to you right now? Where's your suffering? Rise above it, learn from it, move forward courageously, allow it to build your character positively. Don't moan, don't complain, don't explain to people anything, don't owe people explanations. Have positive expectations, look for the best, and deal with what is. Live by your own decisions. Make better decisions. Don't keep doing the same thing. There's another saying which is, if at first you don't succeed, try again. I don't believe in that either. If at first you don't succeed, do something different. Because if you try again the same thing, you're going to get the same results. Only a fool does the same thing and expect to get a better outcome or a different outcome. You might do the same thing again, but take the learning and do it better. Don't make the mistake. How many times have you repeated the past mistakes in your personality, your character, in the way that you trust people, and the things that you say and do, and expect your life to improve? Really? It probably won't, will it, when you think about it? So I'm going to continue to post learnings, hints and tips, nuggets of wisdom, because my job as Mike Garner, Mr Mike Garner, my brand, is to help people overcome the obstacles that stand in the way of their health, happiness and success. So check back for more nuggets of wisdom, and if I can help you with anything that I've discussed or anything else, check out my website, put your comments in the comments box below. Have a wonderful day. The world is a classroom, but it's also a playground. Play, smile, be happy, make other people happy as well. The best way that you can network with people and become the person that you deserve and desire to be, through relationships, positive, get around positive people. And if you can't find positive people, get away from the negative ones and be positive yourself. Take care.